Let me teach you what I've learned from over 20 years in the gym lifting weights, what actually works to grow muscle, to have a lean, athletic physique, because I'm not trying to teach you, and I'm not trying to be one of these massive, roided out, swole bodybuilders. I'm a normal guy, I've got a busy life, but I want to be in shape. And right now, I walk around all year round, sub 10% body fat, around 7-8% body fat. I have a decent amount of muscle mass, and I don't kill myself in the gym every day. In fact, I'm in the gym 1 to 2 times a week for 20 to 30 minutes. I do what works, and then I get out. Because most people are focusing on all the wrong things, and it's not your fault. The fitness industry loves to spin all these things about supplements and exercise selection and volume. More volume, volume is king, more is more. Bodybuilding, powerlifting, CrossFit. And believe me, I've done all these things because since I was a kid, I come from a martial arts background, I had a good work ethic, and I was willing to do what it took to get the body I wanted. But after doing decades and decades of working out and putting in 2 hours a day in the gym, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days a week, yes, I looked mildly athletic, but I was never really happy. And about 3 years ago, I was over the gym. I was bored of going in there, grinding out 2 hours at a time. Again, I had some muscle mass, but still, it was just like, it was a slog. I was mentally drained. I was bored of the grind. I was physically burnt out. And I'd come across the research and the info on low volume training before in the past, but obviously I wasn't ready to hear it. But 3 years ago, I was. And I was like, you know what? If I can just maintain the body that I've already built, the mildly athletic body, I'll be happy. So, you know what? I've got an open mind. Let's try it. Started working out way less, started doing way less sets. And within 3 to 4 weeks, by the end of the first month, I was like, something's going on. My arms are growing, my shoulders are growing, my chest is growing. And since then, I haven't looked back. It's been undeniable. And it's because of these two things. It's not because of frequency and volume and exercise selection and supplements and hitting your macros perfectly and having over 200 grams of protein a day or whatever you're reading on Instagram or YouTube. It's about these two things done consistently, especially if you don't want to be a massive bodybuilder. Most people don't. Most people are busy. You've got a job, you've got a family, you've got a social life, but you want to look good, and health is important too. So the two things that you need to learn are, number one, bringing your volume down. Okay, most people are doing way too much. They're doing 4, 5, 6 sets sometimes, God forbid. Even 3 sets is too much. The volume needs to come down, and all your work needs to be done in one hard set per exercise. All of those sets that you were doing before are combined into one hard set, because a lot of people were doing 4, 5, 6 sets and they're just going through the motions, you know, right? Here's my second set. Here's my third set. Here's my fourth set. No, one hard set. Volume comes way down. One hard set until the brink, whatever you're doing, push, pull, whatever, arms, legs, one hard set per exercise. So the first thing is volume down, combining that with progressive overload, which is super important, getting stronger over time or adding more volume. So adding more weight or more volume are going to be paramount to allowing your muscles and your body to adapt, and it adapts by growing more muscle. So one hard set, intensity combined with progressive overload over time is going to be the key to the body you want. And not only that, you're not in the gym grueling workouts, 2 hours a day, 6 days a week. You're in there 1 or 2 times a week. You're having long rest periods to allow your body to recover because you've toasted it in that 20 or 30-minute workout. Then you get out, you recover, you go back in, you do it again, and you combine it with progressive overload. For example, let's say I go into the gym on the 1st of January, I do bench press, 10 reps for 80 kilos. I go back in on the 7th of January, I do bench press, 10 reps for 82.5 kilos. Or maybe I do it for 80 kilos for 11 reps. So either weight or volume or both. But the two main factors that you need to consider are the intensity, that hard set, with the progressive overload. Now here's a caveat with the progressive overload. A lot of people get OCD about this. And they're like, I must be going up in weight or volume every single time. And it's impossible. Sometimes you're going to stall, and that's fine. You're human. The most important thing is going to be the intensity. So even if you don't go up in weight or volume on that day that you go back in to try and beat your previous workout, it doesn't matter. Still take that set to the brink, to failure, and you're going to stimulate more muscle growth. And then the next time you go back in, you try and beat it. And if you can't beat it, maybe you scale it back and build it back up again. So really, intensity is the most important thing, that one hard set. Combining that with progressive overload is going to be the golden path to the body you want, a lean, athletic physique. I walk around sub 10% body fat year round. I'm happy. It feels like cheating. And I'm in better shape than 99.9% of the people I see, and they're doing way more than me. So it's up to you.